Hi everyone, and welcome to CreativeChelsey. Today I have for you another paper pumpkin alternative card, and I'm using the kit I'll Be Yours from January 2020. So the kit comes with everything you need to create these original projects, and it includes treat bags and mini cards. And so what I like to do is to create alternative projects using those supplies. So the project I came up with for today is this little pocket card, and it says, "Be mine," and on the inside it says, "Happy Valentine's Day with love." And it just goes in and out. And the reason I came up with this card was because I was using a lot of the other elements, and I wasn't coming up with anything for the envelope. So the kit includes about 10 of these little mini envelopes, and they're perfect for the 3x3 cards, but I wasn't using them. I kind of forgot about them. A lot of times the envelopes that come in the kit have a pretty pattern printed on them, and these didn't. And so I just kind of had put them off to the side. And so I was kind of trying to come up with another idea, and I saw these and thought they would be a really fun to use as a pocket card. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I created this card today. So one of the first things you need to do is get your envelope, and we're going to trim off the top. So just trim it slightly below that crease line, and so it's going to just sit at like 3 1/16. So now we have got our pocket, and that's going to slide in. We're going to slide in this 3x3 piece of cardstock. Now you'll see that I have chosen different colors for this card I'm going to make for the video. For my original card, I've used crushed curry, cardstock and ink on the background, and then black ink for my envelope, and a black card, and then the pink accessories. And so for my second card, I wanted to see how it would look using some different color schemes. So for this card, I've got Seaside spray as my insert. I'm using the purple heart and using the Highland Heather as the accent. And then I've got So Saffron as my background. We're going to be doing the exact same thing, so if you like this card, then just switch out the colors, and you can find more details on what colors I've used and the dimensions below, and then also on my blog. If you want to go there, I give some really detailed written instructions. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep working on the envelope. We're going to stamp with the large flowers pattern, as I used my black for this, and so it kind of stained my stamp, but that's fine. It works just perfectly. So we're going to go ahead and stamp our flowers all over our envelope, and you'll notice that it's a little bit smaller, and so we're going to have to do it multiple times. So go ahead and ink it up using the Seaside spray, or whichever color you're choosing, and go ahead and try to cover the majority of the envelope with your stamp. Give it good pressure. And then we're going to go ahead and line it up and stamp again. And then because this was our seam, I'm going to turn it and try to kind of cover right there so it doesn't look like there's a seam, and then so that there's not two seams going the same direction, and then go ahead and finish it up with that corner. Really, however you do it is fine. I think the pattern is busy enough that as long as you don't overlap too much, you won't really notice if there's a problem with your stamping. And you can always use accessories or cardstock to cover up any issues. So we've got our envelope is stamped, And now we need to cut down our insert so that it can kind of lock in place. So you'll notice that my insert won't pull out all the way. And so I'm going to show you how to do that. So get a paper trimmer, and what you're going to do is you're going to trim off 1/4 of an inch on each side, but you're going to not go all the way through. So we're only going to go to 2.5 inches. So go down until you hit 2.5 inches, and then flip and do the same thing. So 1/4 of an inch down to 2.5 inches. And then using a pair of scissors, you're going to trim off this side. So you're going to leave that little part kind of so it's like a little hat in a way. So how we add this to our card. So we're not doing any stamping on this, so we can go ahead and add it. You're just going to insert it, and then you're going to take a mini dimensional and you're going to stick it in the corner. And you can use your pickup tool or scissors, and you're just going to open your card and stick it as far into that corner as you can. And then remove the top layer paper. I should have removed the paper first. There we go. Okay. And then you're going to do the same thing to the other side. And these are going to stop the card from going all the way out of the paper. Okay, so I'm going to remove both sides. So both sides are sticky on my dimensional. So it's not wanting to come off my fingers. There we go. And then do the same thing to the other side. Let's go ahead and press that side down so we don't get anything stuck there. Open this up and push that into the corner. There we go. And close that as well. So now we've got 2 dimensionals in each corner. So when this comes all the way out, it stops and those dimensionals prevent the card from coming all the way out. Okay? And then we can add the tag. So you can use a full tag or cut it down however you want. And you're just going to add some adhesive to one side. And then this gets placed only on the blue paper and in the middle, just eyeball the middle. Okay. And then I've got about, I think I have 4 inches of twine. I would go ahead and cut more. This is a little bit on the short side, but string that through and then loop it and tie a knot at the top. I probably would suggest 5 inches or even 6. Okay, so there is our envelope. So that is really pretty. I love that Seaside spray blue. It's going to look really great with this purple. Don't forget to sign up to receive your paper pumpkin kit. Next month, February 2020, you'll be receiving a project that coordinates with the Happy Birthday to You stamp set found in the Celebration catalog. And you can get this stamp set for free with a $50 order. So contact me if you have questions and are interested in getting this stamp set. And then the paper pumpkin kit coordinates with it, and it's going to be beautiful. And so make sure to sign up before the 10th of February to get this kit. And the link for that is below in the description box. Okay, so now the next stamping we're going to do is on the So Saffron. And we're going to do some kind of like a honeycomb scallop look. I thought this was really cute with the bees in the background and the sentiment "Be Mine." And so we're gonna do 3 rows of using that little tiny scallop from the stamp set. Let me show you the stamp set. So here's the stamp set, and it's got this little scallop here at the bottom. And so you'll notice that the scallop is shorter than our card. And so I'm going to use the Stamparatus to get some even lines and even spacing. So this is a really fun tool, and I don't use it I don't use it a ton, just because I kind of am okay with just hand stamping things. But when I want something to be evenly spaced down my cardstock, then I will come to this tool and use it. All right, so just cleaning off my stamp. And so the key here is these 2 magnets, you don't want them to touch. So keep them separate. And then it doesn't really matter where you place your paper for this technique. I like to just place it at the top so that I can, when I need to move it, then I know that it's always going to be straight at the top. So that's totally up to you, how you want to do it. That's what I would suggest, is to do that and place it at the top. Okay, but like on the horizontal plane, it doesn't really matter where you begin. So I'm going to start by just pushing it all the way up to the top and a little bit off the side, and then I'm going to pick it up and just make sure it's about the same, and then add my magnets and ink it with So Saffron. And then lay it down, press, and then I'm going to go ahead and go all the way down my card, and I'm just going to lift up the plate and bring it down 1 section, and this is about 1 inch. Do the same thing all the way down my card. So I'm just going to speed this up. Okay, so I've gone ahead and stamped those all the way down my card. And now I'm going to clean my stamp. And I'm going to move it. I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to line it back up on the top. And line it up so that it barely touches the previous stamped image. Okay, and then I'm going to ink it and go all the way down my card. All right, so I've done my top layer. Gonna clean the plate again and my image. And now I'm going to do halfway. So I'm gonna start on the left this time. Maybe bring my paper over slightly. And the reason I'm doing on the opposite side is so that I don't have that same connecting line all the way down my card. And I want to pick about halfway. Okay, so pick that up with your plate, add your magnets, and go ahead and stamp that just like we did before all the way down the card. So the next part, we're going to do a little bit differently. We're going to move our cardstock instead of moving the stamp. And the reason for this is so that it stays on that same level or horizontal plane, and just adjust the cardstock until you get a nice matched spacing between those two. Add your magnets and then just repeat. And then we're going to do it one last time. So go ahead, remove the stamp, and let's bring our paper back over. And then let's do this side again. Okay, so we're going to find the middle of the top section. Pick it up with our, let's do that again. Nope, I think we're okay. Okay, I think we're fine. Okay, and we're just gonna continue this all the way down. This is going to be our last row. So we've gone ahead and created this honeycomb looking pattern, and this is going to be the background for our card. So let's go ahead and add our elements to our card. So this is just going to go down in the bottom. Make sure to add some adhesive here at the top so that this piece doesn't get stuck. All right, so we go ahead and pull that out, and we can stamp our greeting on our heart, and we can stamp some bees and add this to our card. So let's finish our stamping, and I am going to finish it off with some of the black ink just so that we can see things really clearly. And so let's do the heart. So it says "with love." And then we're going to use Happy Valentine's Day in the middle. And for our circle, we're going to stamp the bee first so that we know, so it has enough room because it's the larger of the two images. Oh. And then you're going to stamp "Be Mine" at the bottom. Okay, and let's see, oh that's right, we're going to stamp a couple bees here at the top. So I'm just going to place this "Be Mine" here so I can kind of see where I want these other bees to go. I'm going to put one on this side and maybe one right here. Great. Okay, so when we add this greeting to the inside, we don't want to use any dimensionals. or it will get stuck as we pull it in and out. So just use some snail or glue dots and you put that in so that it's straight on the card. And then we're going to add a little detail to the ends and just cut a flag. So you can do that by snipping in the middle and then from the edge to the top of that snip. Then this is going to just get added to the back. And then you can pop this up with some dimensionals if you'd like. And I put this just at a slight angle, so it's coming off that little pocket card here on the left. Let's see, that's so cute. All right, so now we're just going to back it with a white piece of cardstock that's slightly larger. So then we add it to our Smoky Slate card base. Okay, so if it's a little bit tight, it's just because your banner piece that we put on the back, the tag, is stuck behind it. So just make sure that that is on there really nice and tight so it doesn't get stuck. Okay. There we go. And then the last thing I added were some of these flower accessories. And I just placed 3. Around the greeting. So this little element that I've added up here is actually covering a bee that I stamped. And once I stamped the bee here, I only wanted 3. So I covered it up. And so if you like that element, you're welcome to go ahead and add that before adding the all the pieces to the card base. But I wanted to do one without it and just see how it looked. And I think this card turned out really cute. And I do love that you can use different color combinations to kind of give it the look that you want. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, and share. Visit CreativeChelsey.com for more information about Paper Pumpkin and to start getting your monthly kit. Have a creative day. Bye.